guys, it's Josh here today, and right now I'm going to be doing a different video from my usual travel videos. So today I'm doing my first ever mukbang with Japanese food, and this segment is called swepteats. So right now I'm going to try out two staple Japanese dishes. So we have here sushi, and here is gyoza, or what you would normally call pot stickers. So this sushi, I actually bought this from a famous conveyor belt sushi place called Sushiro. So they usually serve sushi on those conveyor belts that you would see. And this is their takeout platter. So as for the sushi takeout platter, we have here your usual sushi favorites, like this is tuna and this is shrimp. Now this one in the middle, this is actually scallops. And then we have another variety of shrimp. This one is salmon. This is salmon eggs. We have here minced tuna. And of course, tabago or egg. And on this side, well, on the middle actually, is gyoza from another famous restaurant called Osaka Osho. So they've been in the business for almost 30 years now, and they're really famous for their gyoza. And here is another batch of gyoza. Now this one is actually store-bought gyoza, which I cooked today. So hopefully it tastes good. I actually cooked this and bought this just in case my cooking would not be, well, as perfect as this looks like. So while I'm also eating this food right here, I'm also going to be doing a throwback of sorts. So 2019 is ending in a few days. So I'll be doing a review or a throwback of myself from my photos from 2009 to this year 2019. So that's almost 10 years. That's a decade right there. So while I'm eating, I'll be commenting about my photos from my Facebook profile. So let's get to eating and let's get to cringing to my throwback photos. So where do we start? Let's try first my home-cooked gyoza. Home-cooked or cooked by me. And so let's dip it in the sauce. Okay. Itadakimasu! That's so good. You can feel the crunch from it being fried. So delicious. As we try the gyoza, let's also try this one from Osaka Osho. Now, as I've said earlier, they're really famous for their gyoza. And there are actually a lot of branches here in Japan. And I think there's also a branch in the Philippines of Osaka Osho. So let's try this out. So good as well. Okay, so let's try out this sushi platter now. You can actually eat sushi two ways from what I know. First one is by using the chopsticks, which is, you know, the common way of eating Japanese food. But another way you can actually eat it is just by, if you have clean hands. Again, if you have clean hands, you can actually just pick up the sushi like this and then dip it. You don't actually dip the rice in the sauce, you dip the meat on top of the rice, because you know it will get soggy. So we're trying out this tuna sushi. Dip it and then eat. Itadakimasu. Delicious. Aji. So that was tuna. This shrimp. Okay. And you can choose not to eat the tail, like what I do. So we usually actually eat at Sushiro as a family. So either we go to the restaurant and, you know, see all the conveyor belts, or sometimes we do this, we get takeout, which is also good for, you know, parties. So we also do that for gyoza. We sometimes take out or, you know, cook gyoza at home. If this was an ASMR video, you can actually hear the crunch of how crispy the skin is. That means I did a good job at cooking this. So as I've said, while doing this mukbang, I'll be looking back at my photos from 2009 until this year to see how much I've changed throughout the years. So going back to 2009, my first photo is this black and white emo with a very revealing body. Looking back at these photos right now, it makes me wonder what the hell was I thinking back then. But I think my cousin was the one who took this. So credits to Ate Zaina. Hi Ate. Thank you for taking this picture of mine. I think this was the time we were both still cam horse. For a better use of the term. We were always with our digicams and like taking photos of ourselves and of everything. So I think this was before selfies and mobile phones was a big thing. So this next photo is actually from 2010, and my good friend Julia from college took this photo. 2010, what can I remember from 2010? I think this was around third year college at UST. So this was way back college days. And this was during, I think, one of our break times or after school. And here's another from 2010 actually. This was a mix of the emo and fierce shots. Cringe-worthy. Looking at it right now. Okay, next. On to 2011. So this was actually the year of, I think, I was into jump shots a lot. And I think a few of these were again taken by Julia. Yeah, so one in UST, one during our retreat. Yeah, so I was into like the whole jump shot thing. And then more of the black and white dramatic photos. yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking way back then. Gyoza is really good. I can like eat this every day. Well, not really every day, but you know, it's a good food to like always have. So let's now try the salmon. Yep. And then scallops, you know. Always remember Gordon Ramsay whenever I hear the word scallops. Two more throwback photos. Aww. So 2011 was also the year we took our graduation photos. Because you know, I thought I'd be graduating by 2011. But apparently, life has other plans for me. And that included going to Japan by 2012. So at this point, I actually grew out my hair here in Japan, since at that time I find cutting my hair here in Japan really expensive. So I grew it out for the 6 months I stayed in Japan in 2012. So as you can see in my photos, it looks like I was part of the F4, the Flower 4 from the drama series. So, long hair, don't care. Here, 2013, this was my first time experiencing snow here in Japan. So, I remember this day, like, it was really snowing hard outside, and since it was my first time to see snow, and to see snow pile up that much, I just like put on my coat and then went outside to play. Because you know, it's your first time and it's snowing. After the snow, 2013 was also, I think this was the first time I was able to see cherry blossoms or sakura in full bloom. I think 2012 we came here after springtime. So 2013, this was my first time as well to stay here in Japan and experience spring. So as you can see, it's so beautiful. Sakuras in Japan are really beautiful. So if you have the time and the money to go here in Japan, go here during springtime and see the cherry blossoms. Yeah, so that was 2013. Very eventful 2013. Now, going on to 2014, I think this was the year that I was experimenting a lot with my hairstyle. So, usually I would have this semi-long style of hair, but 2014 I actually had it like trimmed down to like a clean cut looking hairstyle. So 2014 was that year. And also 2014 was the year I drastically changed my hair. So I was trying to go for a blonde look, but you know, if you're the type of person who usually colors your hair, if you put bleach on your hair from black, it doesn't really go blonde instantly. So there was a time like I had orangey brown hair, so that was 2014. But it actually faded really nicely. And looking back at these photos, I actually appreciated the color of my hair back then. And also, 2014 was the first time I had a job in the Philippines. Before that, I think I had part-time jobs here in Japan. So I was in a BPO company in the Philippines for 8 months until I had to go back here in Japan because yearly we had to renew our visa. So it was a nice working experience. Technically, it was my first working experience, so I made a lot of good friends, I made good money. Yeah, so that was that. So that was 2014. So this is minced tuna. You don't actually dip this in the sauce because it's good by itself, but you can dip it if you want. Oishi. And now we have the salmon eggs. Really good. I actually forgot what the other variants are called. I think one of these is actually squid. And then there are two other types of fish, which I'm not really sure what they are, but heck, all of them are delicious anyway. After 2014, 2015. Now 2015, since I was already earning, not really a big amount, but I was earning. I think 2015 was the time I was hit by the travel bug because I was able to go to Baler and La Union. So both those places I was able to surf. So 2015 was like I really wanted, or that was the start of when I really wanted to travel more and more, like travel around the Philippines and sooner travel outside the Philippines. So 2015 was the year that I really wanted to travel a lot. And then 2016 came More travels for this year. 2016, I think I went to Palawan, then Boracay for the third time, I think. So that was 2016. 2016, I was mostly here in Japan due to work. So most of my photos were here in Japan. Yeah. 2017. Now this one, I had like one of these really nice photos during springtime. This was at Kitanomaru Park. I'm not sure what the flowers were, but they were purple. And coincidentally, I was wearing a purple colored long sleeves back then. So, you know, I was matchy-matchy with the flowers. And then 2017 was also the time my cousins got married, Ate Zaina and Jet. So I was there for their wedding. So these were my outfits back then, yeah. Purple. One was purple theme and the other was peach theme. But I think I wasn't wearing any peach colors. And 2017 was also the time that I went to Cebu. So I was able to explore the north and southern part of Cebu. So I went to Oslob, to Kawasan Falls, to Mualbual. Then I also went to Kalangaman Island, Bantayan Island, and Malapascua. So a lot of traveling, and to be honest, I still have videos from 2017 of my Cebu trip that I haven't edited yet. So major backlog. Hopefully I'd be able to have the time to edit those videos. Because actually, I think at that time was the time I bought my GoPro. Because I know I'd be doing a lot of traveling with water or underwater. So that's the reason why I actually bought my GoPro. But until now, I still haven't been able to edit it. 2018, last year. 2018 was the first time I traveled solo to another country, which was Korea. So this was actually a very fun experience. I did this as a gift to myself for my birthday, for my 28th birthday, and ever since I've really actually enjoyed traveling solo. It's not that I know, of course, the more the merrier, but sometimes there's a thrill and traveling solo because you don't have to wait for other people. You have all the time to yourself. You can do whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want. You can come and go as you please on your own time. Of course, you have to spend everything by yourself. But I would gladly go for more solo trips. Not only in the Philippines or maybe here in Japan, but to other countries as well. So 2019, this was my first time to experience Sinulog in January. So I went back to Cebu on January. And then, I think I had more adventures this year, especially in the Philippines. And then, I also traveled solo again for my birthday in October. So I went to Singapore and Malaysia. Though in Singapore, I was able to meet some of my high school friends, Hygiene and Cyril. Shout out to you guys. But for the most part, I was only by myself. So I explored Singapore and Malaysia by myself. And hopefully by 2020, I'd be able to experience more places in the Philippines and more places here in Asia before I extend or reach out to other far-flung countries. So basically that's it. That's my 2009 to 2019 journey in photos. So from emo kid with like dramatic photos to travel photos to these different destinations that, you know, that's why I started actually vlogging, because I wanted to experience all these places, their culture, their history, the food, the people, everything. So I wanted to document all of those things in my videos, in my vlogs, because, you know, one day I'll be aging, so I won't be able to travel that much. At least when I look back on my videos, on my vlogs, I'd be able to see all the experiences I had. So back to more eating. By the way, in Osaka also, you can actually buy, besides the already cooked gyoza, you can also buy gyoza that can still be cooked at home. So they have that option to do so. Okay, more sushi. So if you're really into Japanese food and you're here in Japan, you can try out these places, sushiro and gyoza. But of course, there is still a lot of other foods, Japanese foods, that are really delicious as well. So, you know, it goes to show that, you know, Japanese are really, when it comes to food, they're really passionate about it. And you can actually taste how delicious the food is. So I think I'll be ending this mukbang with this egg or tamago sushi. So there you go, guys. So this is my first mukbang. I hope you enjoyed watching me eat. If only I can give this to you guys, I would. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hello 2020. Thanks, guys.